The World Health Organization says climate change is expected to cause approximately 250,000 additional deaths per year between 2030 and 2050. The WHO says the planet will also experience excessive heat, worsened air quality, water-related illnesses, and diarrhea. And Africa will be the worst affected. Africa 54's Lino Mudu spoke to the mayor of Ghana's capital, Accra, Mohamed Ajay Sowah, about how to combat these effects.
The issues of climate is very glaring and affecting our lives, such as perennial flood that we experience in Accra every year when it rains, because nowadays it rains more heavy at a shorter time, and its impact is always disastrous. Secondly, Accra, it's along the coasts, and the low-income communities dotted along the coasts, main occupation is fishing. And because of rise in sea levels, they often even don't dock their canoe. And unannounced tidal waves, which happens every year, also crashes their canoe, spoils them, and affects their fishing inputs as well. And anytime it happens, we have to spend a lot of money again to support the affected people as well. Let me also say that the EPA report clearly also shows that heat has gone up, and we are experiencing a lot more heat in Accra than before.
So then, faced with these various challenges, what are you doing concretely?
We did an audit of what are the sources of emissions in Accra, and three key things came up. One is the burning of waste. The second one, it's the traffic situation, which amounts to a lot of sources of emissions in Accra, because there are a lot more vehicles in Accra. And then if you looked at Accra and compared it to about 15 to 20 years, the skyline has changed. A lot more buildings are coming up, but many of them are also not energy efficient compliant. We've made a decision that Accra should be the cleanest city by the end of 2020 in the whole of Africa.
By the end of 2020?
Exactly.
That's 1 year away. How do you do that?
So in dealing with waste management issues, which is a development matter to make Accra clean, we are also dealing with issues of climate, because waste is a source of emission in Accra. We have provided litter bins to many household communities, low-income communities in Accra, because they don't have, many of them do not have receptacles to keep their waste, and in the end, they rather burn it. On issue about transport, which is the main problem also in Accra, we want to take away a lot of the single occupant vehicles also from the road and use a more energy efficient buses on our roads, so that we'll be able to deal with issues of and reduce the emissions that we have in Accra. And then the third source of emission that we have, which is the stationary buildings that we have. What we control in the city, it's the built environment. So when developers apply for permit to put up a structure, we engage the developers to make sure they incorporate energy efficient methods in putting up their building.
That was Africa 54's Lino Mudu speaking with the mayor of Ghana's capital, Accra, Mohamed Ajay Sowah. Now, the 2019 Nobel Prize for Physiology and Medicine has been awarded to scientists William G. Kaelin Jr., Peter J. Ratcliffe, and Greg L. Semenza. Secretary of the Nobel Committee Thomas Palman said the trio were awarded the 2019 Nobel Prize for their discoveries of how cells sense and adapt to oxygen availability. The advances will help find new ways to fight anemia, cancer, and other diseases. It is the 110th prize in the category that has been awarded since 1901. Kaelin, Semenza, and Ratcliffe will each get equal share of the $918,000 cash award. And that's our show for today. Be sure to watch Africa 54 on our website at voaafrica.com. From all of us here in Washington, have a good evening.